Solving Africa's power deficit could be the key to unlocking capacity in this region. At once, this is one of the greatest challenges faced by governments in sub-Saharan Africa and one of the greatest opportunities for investors. Up to 70% of people in this region have no access to grid electricity. Just 7 countries have more than 50% of their populations connected. The largest economy in sub-Saharan Africa, Nigeria, provides just 4 gigawatts of power for around 170 million people. 25 African countries are facing an energy crisis, according to the World Bank. Blackouts deal a severe blow to commercial activity. It is estimated that GDP growth is reduced by 1 to 3 percentage points in power-starved countries. Lack of capacity means the gap between consumption in sub-Saharan Africa and in other regions of the world, such as Asia, the Middle East, North Africa, and Latin America, keeps widening. Africa today has a power generation capacity of 147 gigawatts. That's about as much capacity as China builds in less than 2 years. This makes power one of the continent's greatest commercial opportunities, and an avenue for public-private partnership on an unprecedented scale. It is estimated that the region needs to spend $490 billion to build generation capacity and $345 billion for transmission and distribution facilities by 2040. We've seen enormous advances in recent years, with privatization gaining momentum. Nigeria has adopted the independent power producer model and is attracting global investment, while Ghana works to privatize distribution. In Sierra Leone, Angola, and Tanzania, governments are discussing unbundling their power sectors. Africa has considerable advantage when it comes to resources. Solar potential is abundant in northern and southern Africa, with South Africa turning to solar megaprojects to ease its power deficit. Gas deposits are plentiful, with recent discoveries offshore Mozambique and Tanzania and well-appraised resources off the west coast. Governments have woken up to the potential to monetize gas and the importance of properly priced gas tariffs. There is also enormous potential for hydropower generation. The Democratic Republic of Congo plans to develop the Grand Inga Dam project, which will eventually produce 40 gigawatts of power, more than 20 nuclear power stations. The region could build around 400 gigawatt power capacity from domestic natural gas and 350 gigawatt from hydro sources. Using solar power would add terawatts of capacity to Africa's grids. To reduce the financial burden of building new capacity, African nations are beginning to pool resources across borders. More regional integration, potentially using the power pool structures already in place, could save more than $40 billion in capex up to 2040 and save consumers almost $10 billion per year as the price of power comes down. Primary resources are in place, and the surge in private generators shows demand far outstrips supply. Modern grids, new facilities, and cost-efficient delivery systems. Building these foundations will ensure economic growth and increased quality of life. The power sector in much of Africa is loaded with potential for investors.